Hey,
Come on, I'll take it.
I got 5 stops to make.
What's your name?
Max.
Max. I'm Vincent.
I'll meet you in the alley behind the building.
Oh, no! What the hell? You killed him.
Red light, Max.
Hold on.
Man, you were gonna drive me around tonight and never be the wiser, but we're into plan B. Now, we gotta make the best of it. Improvise, adapt to the environment.
Whatever, man, we gotta roll with it.
You just met him once and you kill him like that?
But I should only kill people after I get to know them?
I'm not up for this.
What are you gonna do about it?
There's a man named Vincent.
I got another DOA.
He's already killed witnesses. He's coming to kill you.
Max! I do this for a living!
You're slowing with my work. Gotta roll with it. Adapt.
Get your hands in the air!
That's funny, coming from you.
Slow down. Shoot me.
So, Trent,
So, Parth. Hello.
good to see you.
Likewise. It feels like we haven't done this in a long time.
It really does. Well, we haven't done a discussion for like 3 weeks now, I guess.
These two-parters are really buying us a lot of time, and I think we took
Yeah.
a week off out
We
of
did.
general unpreparedness, laziness.
And we needed to record an intro. It was Thanksgiving break. It wasn't going to happen.
Cool.
But you know what has happened?
We both watched Collateral and ate food
I was going to say we've both consumed something.
in preparation for the episode.
Or just like for our general health. But I guess if you only do it for the episode, that's nice.
I only started eating once
once
had
craft
the pot.
services started. Yeah.
So you can imagine what the first like 19 and a half years of my life, it was a waiting game.
But what have you eaten most recently?
I had a ramen cup with the little dehydrated vegetables and the sauce and the oil packet.
Wow.
And then
How very
microwaved-
college student of you.
I had a similar thought. It's not something I do particularly a lot, but financially, I feel like I'm sort of on my heels right now, and so I've been trying to see what of my pantry I can eat. And so last night I had pancakes and apple, and tonight
Pancakes and apple. Wow.
Parth, we need outside the box thinking. And this morning was Maruchan. Well, it wasn't ramen formally, but some sort of knockoff.
Yeah.
But
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
But it wasn't the bag where you need to boil water separately. It came in the cup, and then you fill it to the fill line, which
Wow.
is a feature that I really admire. And then you can just throw it away after, which in the grand scheme of things is probably bad, but in short-term thinking, I appreciate it. What about you?
I had. I'll say the last 3 things I ate.
Oh, cool. I mean, it goes against the structure of the show, but other than that, it's cool.
Well, I can go backwards. I can tell you the thing I most recently ate, and then just go back from there. The last 2 things I ate are kind of in conjunction with each other. I had a 2-day-old Krispy Kreme donut, which I'd gotten a dozen.
2 days ago, apparently.
Yeah, from when I was leaving New York for my last day for my internship.
Oh, that's when you were. Now that you're safely off the premises, we can say you were trying to waste time because you were asking.
On my last day, I was procrastinating pretty badly.
You were like, Trent, please send me the cut of your student film. Under no other circumstances would I want this, but I really want to kill time.
It's the exact words. I also had 1 strawberry frosted Pop-Tart. Just those 2 things because I was feeling a little peckish before the show.
Mm.
And before that, for lunch, my first real meal of the day, I had some dragon chicken from Jinsoy, which has managed to last me 3 different meals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jinsoy is where we went that one time. Remember that?
Yes. No, I'm aware. I remember the time.
I would be shocked if my mom listened to this Collateral discussion. so I think we can talk honestly about what happened. Do you want me to succinctly summarize what happened?
Sure.
So basically, me and my mom and you, or me,
No,
you.
it was gonna be
me, my mom, and Jackson.
it was gonna be you, your mom, and Jackson. We're gonna go to lunch.
Yes,
And
and
then-
Jin Soy was the decided place, which is the
Yes.
through line in this story. And then
And then you added Sarah
yeah, and
because she was gonna be your roommate.
yes, and my mom had not yet met Sarah, and so coincidentally, all of us are sort of hanging out at your apartment, which is right by Jin Soy. Like an hour or so, this is gonna happen, and so we add Sarah.
No. That happened after. But Trent, do you not remember the man across the building?
Oh my god,
That's all the
It's
same story.
Same day.
Same day. Let me tell this.
Oh please,
You-
please.
You and Jackson were gonna go to lunch, with your mom, because she wanted to take you out for lunch. And then you said, "Well, can Sarah come? Because she's gonna be my roommate." And you said, "Okay, sure." And then the three of you came over to my apartment the night before because I was having a party at my apartment.
Oh.
And then just before you came over to my apartment, you told your mom, "Hey, can we add Parth along? Because he's my Parth. He's my roommate. Wait, no, he's my podcast co-host."
I think
And
she
you-
still may have not met you by that point.
No, she had not.
Yeah.
I'd never met your mom. And then your mom was like, "Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense."
But
And
you
then-
could feel the tension in her voice starting to.
Well, I
starting to
didn't
grow.
know. I was not privy to this. All I knew was you told me, "Hey, you want to come to lunch with my mom?" And I was like, "All right, sure."
Yeah.
And then
I was just I was just like, we're doing this, so let's kill
Yeah.
as many birds with this single stone as possible.
kill as many
And-
birds. That's what Trent calls spending time with me.
And let's make let's just make this a mega lunch.
And then
to end all lunches.
because I was having this party, of course, it was the weekend, and friend of the show, Sophia Alexis, came along, or came to my apartment, and I told Sophia like, "Oh, look, I guess I'm gonna have to be gone for lunchtime." She was like, "All right," and then Trent said, "Wait, why don't you come along? You can come along too," and I was like, "All right, works for me," and Sophia was like, "Works for me,"
Yeah.
and so the morning after the party, you call your mom, and we're all hanging out in my living room, and then Trent sort of hides off into my room where Sophia Alexis is trying to sleep after
Yes.
being, I guess, incapacitated from the night before.
I think we should take a pause in the story and talk about the man across the street.
That's
Miss, isn't
that's gonna take so long. We'll do. Wait, how about this? Well, if you are interested, there's a crazy story coming for you at the end of this episode.
okay, fine.
But anyways, Trent hides off into my room, and then I'm like hanging out, talking with the people still there, and then I'm like, "Whoa, Trent's been gone for a bit," and I go back, and I just see like, like I see Trent just like not having a good time on the phone with his mom.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, Trent, do you want to say what the conversation? I wasn't there.
I won't get too into the details, but basically, just my mom was like, "You have grown this lunch one person too large," and not that
I believe the words you said were, "We're just adding anybody now." When we added, she was like, "And we're just adding Part's girlfriend now," and you were like, "These are my dearest friends."
Yes, that is true, and you do have stuck around years later, but yes, and so now we joke that my mom secretly hates Sophia Alexis, even though they've never met and have no reason to have.
They
any
have
beef.
met. They have met. When you, me, and Jordan and Sophia went to the beach.
Oh, you're correct. But
Other than that, I don't think there's been any contact.
At the same time, I once I was trying to bring a love interest to the house on my father's birthday dinner ? And my mom said, "Why are you bringing this person? We're never gonna see them again."
Wow.
And so it just like phone calls with my mom sometimes. But saw her last night. Great lady, came to support me at the showcase. So these cancel each other out. And if mom, you're listening to the
If you're listening to the collateral discussion,
I'm thoroughly shocked and I apologize. And if not, no one tell her, please.
yeah. And with that, let's cue the intro. Welcome back to Craft Services, where we talk about the movies. Each week we talk about a film and hopefully have a crew member of that film to talk with us about their experience working on the picture. The last 2 weeks, who have we had, Trent?
Set designer Clint Wallace.
And for what film, Trent?
Michael Mann's Collateral, and he also worked on such films as The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, John Wick 3, Parabellum, Top Gun Maverick, and additional examples.
Some films.
John Wick is a movie that crossed my mind several times while watching this film.
Yeah. Especially one scene.
Oh, what? The dancing?
Nightclub.
Yeah. 100%. So, Parth, we have a whole film to discuss, but something today happened to me that has never happened to me.
Trent, when we started this call, Trent said that he had something important and crazy to tell me, but that he was saving it for when we were actually recording so we could do it on air.
I don't know if I can seriously classify this as important, but noteworthy for sure. Okay.
Sure.
So let me set the stage. I
am in the room that I'm in now, and I'm cleaning my room, and it smelt a bit musty, and no surprises there. And so I thought, let's crack a window, let's get some air in here. And so I opened the window in my closet and another one near my bed. And the one near my bed, the screen is up because sometimes when I close my closet door, my drawers sort of it's hard to explain, but my drawers from my dresser poke out and they make it hard to open the door, and so I have to climb out through the window onto the roof, out into the other window, in through that, and then open the door that way. And so a long way of saying that the screen is not on one of the windows. And so I'm standing there cleaning my room, and I see a squirrel crawl up my window and through my window, and it's standing on my hamper in my room. And I just stared at it for a while, and then I was like, if this squirrel wants to come in here and find food or crawl under my bed, it's gonna be a whole day thing trying to get it out. And so I just I kind of used what tactics I would use for a bear, and I raised my hands really big, and I just started barking at it, and I was like, move, get out, get out. And after and it for a while was surprisingly unfazed, and then I started creeping closer, and then it ran out the window. But there was a squirrel in my room today.
That was pretty crazy. I would classify that as important.
Yeah, but that's all.
Yeah, nice.
What do you think of that?
I'd classify that as important.
Oh,
important story. Well, an important story for Craft Services lore. You know.
Yes.
You should add some squirrel sound effects.
But I will say that I can do. When I lived in Jackson's small room, squirrels would crawl on the windowsill. And I would look at them through the screen, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cute and nice." But I hate to say how quickly the cute factor was gone once there was a fear of the squirrel actually being loose in my house.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I felt like I would have had to call someone and pay someone, or I would have had to irresponsibly just try to trap it in a garbage bag, and yeah, someone would have gotten hurt. Well, we've been talking for a long time.
We
Haven't even
Have
attempted.
not gotten. Yeah.
And so you want to start?
You want a podcast?
No, well, we've been podcasting. That's not the question. Do we want to try to be productive with the podcast and like go through our normal sections?
I think so. I think maybe it's your turn to give a 10-word synopsis of the film.
Great. Professional assassin must kill 5 people in one night. And then I have one extra word. I'm just going to say taxi.
Okay. Well, the official IMDb synopsis is: a cab driver finds himself the hostage of an engaging contract killer as he makes his rounds from hit to hit during one night in Los Angeles.
It's hard to say, like Jamie Foxx is obviously like proposed as the main character, but I don't know why in my head. I mean, it's Cruisapalooza after all.
It is Cruisapalooza.
But at least in terms of explaining what the movie was, I know it's sort of told through Jamie Foxx's perspective, but like this is like all of the action is motivated by Tom Cruise.
I think it's definitely Max's movie, especially by the end.
Especially since he's playing the same character that he plays in
Amazing Spider-Man 2,
where his name is also Max, and he's also like a sad New Yorker with big glasses.
Well, he's in LA, but yeah.
Oh, yes, true. Sorry.
There you go. You okay? You all right? Just Spider-Man.
Costume gives it away, huh? Look, this is pretty important, Max.
How do you know my name?
It's written on your badge.
I'm a nobody.
Hey, you're not a nobody. You're somebody. Like that. All right, listen to me. Now I need you. You're my eyes and ears out here. All right?
All right.
I'll see you out there.
Trent, do you want to give me the budget and box office, please?
Yes, sir. The budget is $65 million, and the box office is $220.9 million.
Not bad.
No, it's no Avatar 2: The Way of Water out this weekend. Sorry. James.
Projected to gross like $600 million this weekend.
Well, Parth, if they don't become the 4th biggest grossing movie of all time, they lose money. So there's a lot at stake.
Hey, never bet against James Cameron.
There was so much, I feel like, Avatar apathy in the air. And now that I've started to sniff it out, like the Avatar supporters are there. You just have to look.
They are. They really are.
Anshul came by the equipment room yesterday, and I'm pretty sure he said something to the effect of, "I'm gonna go see Avatar for the next 3 days." And I wish I felt so strongly about something, but
I guess I felt that strongly about Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
You're not going to be ready for when MI7 comes out if you thought Top Gun was bad. Anyways, production history.
Please.
So writer Stuart Beattie took a cab home from the Sydney airport when he was 17 and had the idea for a homicidal maniac sitting in the back of a cab with the driver talking to him. He wrote a 2-page treatment titled The Last Domino and then began writing a screenplay around that treatment. The original story centered around an African-American female cop who witnesses a hit and the romance between the cab driver and his then librarian girlfriend. And the final film obviously has limited resemblance to the original treatment. So while waiting tables, Beattie comes into contact with Julia Richardson, a producer who is working for Frank Darabont, Rob Fried, and Chuck Russell's company Edge City, and they were trying to make movies at HBO. So Beattie pitched The Last Domino, got a meeting, and got the project set up at Edge City. But after 2 drafts, HBO passed on the project. After a general meeting at DreamWorks, Beattie mentioned the script to executive Mark Hames, who read the script and put an offer on it the next day.
Isn't seeing the DreamWorks logo at the start of this like very intense adult movie pretty surreal?
It's this combined with Saving Private Ryan. Really weird to see that little boy in the D.
Wait, fishing off the moon?
Fishing off the moon.
Isn't the DreamWorks logo, isn't he fly fishing now?
He is.
Yeah.
He always was, but they've changed it to like it's like a Marvel style logo. Like
Thank God.
Yeah, at least one more thing is, you know.
We should Marvel-fy this podcast. Like we should do like
he's right behind me, isn't he?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Director Mimi Letter and cinematographer Janusz Kaminski. Hey, Spielberg's guy. were attached to the project. They dropped the project, and then it later went to Brazilian director Fernando Meirelles, anyways, who turned it down because he would have had to move to LA for 8 months. He wanted the film to be a comedy in the vein of After Hours, which I can kind of see with this concept. It kind of is, but like not as like funny, intentionally so.
Yeah, funny is not one of the first 100 words that comes to my mind.
This movie is kind of funny. He didn't kill him. Bullets in the Fall killed him. That's hilarious. Anyways, Russell Crowe.
Mark Ruffalo's hair and facial hair is the most humorous thing happening in this film to me.
Russell Crowe was interested in the role of Vincent and got Michael Mann involved. And it originally took place in New York City, but was revised to be set in LA once Mann came aboard. Crowe left due to delays in production. Mann then approached Tom Cruise with the intention of Cruise playing Vincent and Adam Sandler playing Max.
Wow.
Sandler dropped out due to scheduling conflicts with Spanglish, so at least he got to make Spanglish in the end.
Never even heard of that.
Beatty wanted to hire Robert De Niro as Max, but the studio wanted somebody much younger. Cuba Gooding Jr. turned down the role as he thought it would be miscast, and Mann did not want him because it would remind audiences of Jerry Maguire.
If he cast Robert De Niro, this would just be Heat 2.
Yeah, kind of.
Extra Heat.
Heat
2, Get Out the Kitchen.
Finally, Jamie Foxx was offered the role. To prepare for his role, Cruise worked as a FedEx delivery man.
Wait. I see the little touch you did there.
Do you want to tell the audience what that is, or?
Yeah, sorry. Visual joke. In the production history, it says FedEx delivery man, and then there's an extra N in parentheses, like
in reference to Michael Mann,
yeah,
the director of the film.
I knew that you would like and therefore include this Tom Cruise FedEx thing because
so funny.
One image it creates in my mind.
Also, something I didn't include in the production history, but is true, is that Tom Cruise would, while preparing for the role, would choose certain. He would be given by Michael Mann somebody to like tag and like follow, and then put a hit on them, and Tom Cruise would have to like hide in plain sight and just sort of follow these crew members around and like come up to them with a fake like finger gun and like be like, "Got you."
Wow. I can't decide how I feel about that. I can't tell if it's like futile in like the Daniel Day-Lewis trying to build a log cabin before doing like a 1600s movie, but I like the idea of Tom Cruise finger gunning people.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that so funny? Anyways,
it's like I'm envisioning Tom Cruise doing like the Jackass thing where he sneaks up. Haven't you only seen the newest Jackass?
I've never seen any of them.
Oh, well, basically, in the first few Jackass films, Johnny Knoxville will, like, sneak up behind someone, and it'll be, like, a POV camera, and he'll have, like, a straight razor, and then he'll just, like, buzz people's heads from behind, and, like, the psycho music will play, and that's what I'm envisioning Tom Cruise doing with a finger gun.
Imagine getting your hair buzzed off, and you turn around, and it's Tom Cruise.
Want to play back?
Jada Pinkett Smith spent time with an attorney to inform her performance.
Sorry, I just slapped you.
Oh, my bad.
It's Jada Pinkett Smith.
Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
Do you want to insert the "keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth"?
I like that that's the Will Smith.
Wow.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
It was a
Anyways.
G.I. Jane joke.
Val Kilmer was originally cast in the film as Detective Fanning, but exited to star in Oliver Stone's Alexander, which led to Mark Ruffalo's casting. Jason Statham made a small appearance in a role credited as Airport Man, and Louis Leterrier, co-director of The Transporter, interpreted Statham's scene as a portrayal of his Transporter character, Frank Martin.
Yeah, when you see a famous person in an early scene, even if they later become famous, you think, he's got to come back later. This has to be narratively important. And it's just an early Jason Statham portrayal of Guy in Airport.
Filming took place throughout Los Angeles, with Los Angeles International Airport and Koreatown being used for set pieces, and filming was also done in Pico Rivera, California. For filming the cab crash scene, it was Fox driving the vehicle with Cruise in the backseat.
Wow.
And after 3 weeks of filming, cinematographer Paul Cameron left the project due to creative differences with Mann, and cinematographer Dion Beebe was brought on to replace him. Mann chose to film using the Viper Filmstream high-definition camera to film many of Collateral's scenes, though the sequence in the nightclub was shot in 35mm film. James Newton Howard composed the score, with Antonio Pinto providing additional music, and the film was released on August 6th, 2004, to a very positive critical reaction.
All of the casting what ifs are like really crazy and like really make
this could have been a very different movie.
Especially like Adam Sandler, it feels like this is so far from what
it would be such a
must have
different
been
role.
trying to be.
Yeah. Well, like I think Max is like sheepish, and I don't know that. Like I guess he is kind of sheepish in like Punch Drunk Love, but like in a very different way. I'm
just imagining the water boy inserted into this like pretty serious movie for men.
I could more imagine like late career Adam Sandler as Vincent, or like as like if his character in Uncut Gems was not like a doofus. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
just like
if you've checked Hubie Halloween yet, I actually think it's a really good portrayal.
I haven't seen
exactly what you're trying to talk about. I feel like no woman on planet Earth is like, yo, I actually love Collateral. Is that
that's not entirely true. I mean, there are, but Michael Mann on the whole kind of makes boy movies.
It's in the name, but yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he makes like I don't know that Heat is really a 4-quadrant.
No, it's not. But I was gonna say Heat is good enough where it extends past the threshold where you can be like, but it's really good.
To be fair, I did show Sophia friend of the show, Sophia Alexis, this movie.
Local female.
Not the local female. Sophia Alexis, this movie like 2 months ago, and she really enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah. And this is quite a boy movie. Isn't that shocking? Sophia hates boy movies.
Yes. And I thought like comedy and like action were like her two greatest opponents. And
I would say she can enjoy an action movie more than a comedy, is my opinion.
I don't think,
but I think she's mostly bored by both.
I don't think we have enough time to get into understanding what your good friend doesn't like about sitting in a movie theater and laughing amongst other moviegoers. For 90 to 100 minutes, but I say we just keep chugging along and to the fun facts.
Nice intro or transition.
Thanks. So Tom Cruise really fell when he stepped on the office chair, and Michael Mann liked the anomaly so much that he left it in the film. Javier Bardem only filmed for 2 days, but spent several months learning to speak English with a Mexican inflection for the role.
I would just hire someone with a Mexican inflection, you know?
2 months seems like a long time for 2 days of shooting. It's like my mom always says, if you're taking a vacation, like that means like there's at least 2 travel days. And so you need to spend at least 4 days at the destination. So double the amount of travel days in order to make the vacation worth it. And so I think Michael Mann should have used my mom's vacation policy with Javier Bardem's learning to speak English with a Mexican inflection for the role. Tom Cruise's tactical draw is so good in a scene from Collateral that it's used by experts in lessons for handgun training. You've talked about this. Edward Norton was offered both lead roles, which, like now we're talking.
I could honestly see him as either.
Like, I think Tom Cruise... like oddly enough, like I'm glad he's not Tom Cruise's role, because Tom Cruise is both the reason literally and figuratively that I think we're talking about this movie. But I think Ed Norton being in this instead of Tom Cruise is a mistake, and I think Jamie Foxx does what is asked of him, but Ed Norton is just a more interesting actor to me than Jamie Foxx.
We'll talk about that later. But I was gonna say Ed Norton is like can be both like scary enough to be Vincent and like weaselly enough to be Max. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Tom Cruise trained for 3 months in how to handle firearms under the supervision of the LAPD. This is the first time Cruise had worked with live rounds. Remember in the interview when we asked if they used live rounds on set, and set designer Clint Wallace was taken aback, and he was like, maybe they use live rounds in the prep. So there's a quote from Michael Mann. It says, Tom is extraordinarily skilled at everything athletic that he tries. I'm just going to let that breathe for a second. And Vincent tells Max that his father was abusive and died of liver failure. In real life, Tom Cruise's father was abusive and died of cancer. I guess not of the liver, though. So
no. Well, I mean, it could be. We don't know.
I feel like it would have included that.
Well, I know that Tom Cruise hasn't revealed what his dad died of, other than cancer.
Wow. So sounds like I feel like we're also still in Magnolia mode, where Magnolia is also inspired by the real life death of Tom Cruise's father.
Yeah.
Wow. And we're talking about Steven Spielberg next week. Like, once you're in cruise mode, because you talked about his DP. Once you're in cruise mode, it's hard to get out.
Yeah. When you're on the Cruisapalooza, there's no coming off.
We might just have to pivot what this show
just change it to a Tom Cruise podcast.
No, just maybe readjust our goals, like what we're trying to accomplish, and our new goals being
we are creating thousands of jobs, you motherfuckers. You should include that clip.
We are the gold standard. You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too. And you too. And you. Don't you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night. The future of the industry. So I'm sorry, I'm beyond your apologies. I have told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out. We are not shutting this movie down. It's another script. If I see it again, you're gone. And so are you. So give it a cost and pitch job. And I see on the set, you're gone. And you're gone.
I'm just telling you what to include at this point.
No, that clip has appeared in several episodes already.
All right, 1-star review time. Do you want to go first or should I?
I'll go first. So this is written by a person called CMZ, so it's TMZ's cousin. And it says, just shooting people for no reason. And then it says, don't really know the plot, no twist, just shooting people, don't waste your time watching.
Just shooing people.
Oh, wow, that makes this review more interesting. I mean, I can see what they're going for, but it's funnier if they think that it's just showing people.
Yeah. This next one is from Amazon customer, and it says, skip. My roommate ordered this on my account by accident.
And there are quotes. And there are quotes around the accident, like they have a complicated relationship with their roommate.
Was the movie a 1-star? I don't know. Was it worth $4 to have someone else watch it? ... Absolutely not.
This seems like they need to leave a review.
Yeah, Amazon customer
on their roommate.
Well, this was recorded August 3rd, 2019. Who knows what's happened since then?
It's like in do you know, have you watched the rehearsal?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where this is going?
Yeah.
Okay, so quickly for the people at home, if you've watched the rehearsal, there's the episode where they go to the woman who is the mother in quotes of Nathan's theoretical child in quotes, and she's looking for a partner to parent. You're like making a silly face to make me try to mess up. But she's looking for a partner, and one of the guys she tries dating is just like this kind of foolish guy, and Nathan goes to his house and meets his roommate, and they get into a fight, and it's played for laughs. And then I guess was a thing on Twitter more recently after it came out that someone messaged the guy and said like, haha, have you and your roommate like sorted things out? And he was like, bless up, my roommate got hit by a car and is dead. Like, thank God I was praying for this.
You don't have a license plate?
No. It's okay.
But don't you need a license plate to drive?
No.
You don't need a license plate to drive?
No.
Wow, I did not know that.
Oh, really? You didn't even know the part that he was dead?
No.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean that's the punchline.
That's crazy.
Supposedly, but yeah. And what? So this leaves the last one for me. So this one's by Mr. C. Gardiner, and it says copyright infringement. And it says, I should have read the small print. Could not play it on my English player. Amazon should not support selling stuff that defies copyright. What? I don't think this is a copyright issue. I think this is like a zoning problem.
Yeah, you bought something that's not the same region.
Yes.
But I like the idea that this is copyright infringement. I just thought that was funny.
I like anyone who puts their Amazon name as... This would be like if my
Mr.
Amazon
C.
name...
Gardner.
This would be like if my Amazon name was Mr. T. Algayer. It's pretty... You're Mr. P. Marathe.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, well, where does this leave us?
This leaves us to talk about the film, doesn't it?
So, yep. Talking about this movie is basically, we're just going to be mansplaining at each other. As in, like, literally Michael mansplaining.
Mansplaining. Well, I know how I feel, and because I chose this miniseries, and I chose the films in it. And we all know the reason we did Cruisapalooza. But I'm wondering how you felt.
I don't know.
Because you've seen this movie over many months, essentially.
I'd say my viewing habits of this movie have been the most chaotic of any movie that we've attempted to talk about on the show. In that, before the interview, I definitely watched the first half at least twice. And then yesterday, when we were gonna do the discussion before I rescheduled because I was so sleepy, I watched like the first 2/3, and then again I was like, I still don't really know what's going on, so I should start from the beginning. And so I've seen the beginning of this movie at least 4 times, and I've seen the end of this movie at most one time. And that was only because the past 2 days this movie has caused me to fall asleep. And so I only know how this movie ends because I scrubbed to the end and watched the dramatic final scene.
Just the way Michael Mann intended.
Yeah, I mean, every filmmaker dreams of their film being watched in parts and like on my laptop with really bad sound. But I've said this. This isn't a fair thing to say, but this movie just makes me think of other movies that I like more, and it makes me think of Zodiac because it's Mark Ruffalo being a California police officer, and it makes me think of John Wick, which I would just rather be watching, and it makes me think of Heat, which I would also just rather be watching.
Wow, these are fighting words.
And it makes me think of Amazing Spider-Man 2 for obvious reasons.
Which you would also rather be watching. Or am I wrong in that?
Like, I'm not willing to go on the record as saying that, but I think, like, behind closed doors, I might say that.
Wow. That is wild.
And this is a movie that I will say, like I respect what it's going for, but just, like, not my cup of tea. Like, I feel like boy movies like this, like, they need to be, like, Die Hard or like John Wick or like just like so clearly undeniably awesome to get through my sensibilities of trying to like weed through like Skyscraper or whatever Dwayne the Rock Johnson movie or Rampage.
Rampage.
Yeah.
Wait, Black Adam.
Yep. Black
Oh
Adam.
wait, but we can't make fun of Black Adam. Our boy John Lee edited it.
Really?
He did.
All right, that's our boy right there. But other than that, my feelings are sort of fleeting.
Wow, this is heartbreaking.
I'd love to hear what you like about this movie. Okay, when Tom Cruise like when he kills the people in like the alley, and then he like does like the additional shot.
Yo, homie.
As he's, yeah, no, literally that line of dialogue in particular, and then he does the extra shot as he's walking away.
Yo, homie. That my briefcase?
Is your briefcase? Yeah, it is. Why, you want it back?
About your wallet.
What else you got for me? Huh?
Fuck!
Like there are little moments like that are awesome, and I just need that. Just like the scene in this where they just like, it's like basically just a music video, and they just play like the most 2004 song ever, and just them driving around, and just kind of a montage. I'm just like, what's going on?
Wow, that's the stuff I love. I really like. Okay, so here's my take on the movie, which is that I think that the like first half is like 5 stars, and then the second half.
So the half I've seen 4 times.
Yes. And the second half is a 4. Well, I don't know that I would rate it like 5 stars, but I just mean that it's like really great at what it's doing, and like it's
setting up
what it's it's like a really great thing. And then the second half becomes pretty good. But like I really like the 2 characters of Vincent and Max. Like I kind of disagree with you on Jamie Foxx in this movie. I think that he's really good at portraying a certain kind of character, which is I think pretty difficult to play, which is somebody that's Max as a character is so pathetic. But he never plays that in such a way where
it makes him unlikable.
Yeah, and like his romance kind of with Jada Pinkett Smith could come off as like creepy, in that he's like taxi cab hitting on his client.
He's like so suffocatingly nice that you can't make that.
Yeah, but not suffocatingly. Like it's not like he's Mr. Nice Guy or something like that. And I think that he straddles a really good line there. And I really like him and Cruise's dynamic with each other on screen.
I like it when you feel like when Tom Cruise is like talking to his like operator guy, and you can like see Tom Cruise encouraging him to like be more than he is.
A fat ass. Anyways.
But it extends so much so that when Jamie Foxx's character is like having the meeting with Javier Bardem, I believe, is that who he's playing?
Yeah.
I was just like already days before that, but I was like, we got this character to have this interaction like an hour into the movie.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it's quite the transformation.
Well, that's the thing. I like seeing Max's. I like that. Like Max and Vincent are 2 people on opposite sides of the spectrum. In terms of one is willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants as like a hitman, and the other has this dream of being like, I'm gonna like make the smooth limo ride, but like is not willing to. He's too scared to go out of his comfort zone to get it done. And I like seeing those 2 sort of go against each other in that way. And that's why I really like the scenes with the 2 of them like talking with each other. I think that like putting it against a movie like John Wick is almost unfair. It's fair in the sense of like the action. But I would say that like one is much more interested in with the characters at hand. then as much as I love John Wick, and I worked for Thunder Road, so nothing but love. But I think that like the point of that is to have action, and the point of this, I think, is to sort of see these characters go through their arcs. And fundamentally, like I would agree with you that the movie is I think I would be less emphatic about it, truly, honestly, and not just because I'm a Cruise guy, but I think his performance in this is really good, like really good. And I think that him as a bad guy, he's already scary. You know what I mean? Like, Cruise is already scary, and having him be a fucking hitman, and he's a robot. Like, he moves with such intensity and with such vigor that you're just like horrified at what he might do. And I think he plays that really well. And I think one of the things this movie does that I don't think a lot of other movies can utilize as well is his coldness that he can have. I mean, there's the famous story of Christian Bale saying that he based his character, Patrick Bateman, off of an interview he saw of Cruise where he said that he saw intense friendliness with nothing behind the eyes. And I think that this movie uses the nothing behind the eyes thing to really great effect. And I think that makes this movie from a pretty good movie to a pretty great movie in my books. But I will agree, it's not perfect. I think that second act makes it go into, all right, this is pretty good territory.
Yeah, I mean, I like any movie that I don't know why it reminded me of Scott Pilgrim versus the World, only
in what way?
In the way that it's sort of laid out that like we need to do these 5 things.
I see.
And then you can sort of track your progress through
the movie.
Yes, and I like that element, but I thought in high school, me and my friends would make we would make a list and like ranking all of the Scott Pilgrim fights, and I really hope that no one is making a list ranking the kills in Collateral, because I feel like none of them are that exciting, or just like they don't feel that different from each other.
I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, the first kill you don't really see. I mean, that's when the one lands on the top of that guy. But I don't view this as an action movie. In the same way that I view.
Well, maybe my problem is that is the mindset I was trying to have, and so everything that wasn't the action scenes just felt like we were moving from one scene to the next.
I would never ask you to do this anytime soon, but I would ask you to go rewatch it the whole way through. Not going in wanting like a John Wick or something like that, where like that is the point. Because I think that there is something with the characters that's deeper.
I also have to say that I'm not sure how this factors in on a formal basis, but also just after all of the things we've heard about Michael Mann being not the nicest person to work with on set,
Have we kept any of that on the record?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, but off the record, we've heard some crazy things about Michael Mann.
Yes, and we won't spend too much time on this, but just I'm a little predispositioned to not like the movie.
The Man? Oh.
Because being nice to people is like a really good, cool quality. It's like a thing I think that most.
I guess, but I mean, if you like David Fincher movies, he's not exactly the nice. I mean, he's not abusive in the same way that I think Man can be. But
yeah, but I mean, when we talk about David Fincher on the show, no one is like secretly like trashing him behind his back.
Fair enough. But like, I don't know that that's like wholly a fair thing to put, because it doesn't show up in the movie. I think like if you watch like a Woody Allen movie where he's trying to like have sex with 17-year-old girls, like
yes,
it's in the movie, and so it's way more difficult to sort of separate.
Yeah.
separate that. But I don't know that that shows up other than the sort of detail obsessive, like he makes movies about professionals that are the best at what they do. I don't know that that shows up in the movie. But yeah, I think what did you think that it looked weird in terms of the digital cinematography of it all?
Isn't this like sort of right at the cusp of when films, because when you said that it was shot digitally, I was sort of surprised because of the timeline of it, because isn't this right in the time when things could kind of go either way?
It's just before that time. So Attack of the Clones is like the first major motion picture to be shot all digitally, and it's shot at like 1080p and looks like shit. No offense. But to Mark Sexton, storyboard artist on the film.
Yeah, beloved guest.
Yes.
Great episode, by the way.
Very good episode with a Tom Cruise story in it, no less. But I think so anyway, so Attack of the Clones comes out, that's fully digital, and then for this movie, because so much of it takes place at night and digital cameras are better with light sensitivity, Michael Mann's like, all right, I'm gonna go digital mode for a lot of the
for
night
everything
stuff
that isn't the club scene.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's other stuff that's shot on film too, but a lot of the stuff that's like at night outside in LA is all kind of shot digitally because they can capture it better. I mean, it looks weirdly enough. I think it got kind of a bad rap when it came out for the digital look of it, because people were like, "This doesn't look like film," and I think it's kind of reverted somehow where. I think because so many more movies are shot, or most movies now are shot digitally, it doesn't look odd as much anymore. But then, so 2004 is when this gets released, so it's shot in like 2003, and then this camera is then used on Superman Returns, which is 2006, and I think maybe also on Zodiac, which comes out the next year.
Wow.
And that... And I would say like 2010 is where movies are like one way or the other, like, yeah, okay. Because 2010 is when The Social Network comes out, and the red camera on that is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
For the time. And then it's all digital.
I'm just thinking about how, didn't Clint Wallace, set designer, say that this was like 80 straight nights or something like that?
Yeah, because it's all takes place continuously.
That sounds like a fucking hell shoot.
Yes, it does sound terrible.
I know in both of our film careers, probably inevitably there will be a time where we're like nocturnally flipped for a night shoot like that. And only in my most depressed moments in Utah did I have a sleeping schedule like that, and it's not good.
No.
It's not good at all. Not seeing the sun is not good.
I'm a research assistant on Eye of the Duck. I recently done an episode for them for Day of the Dead, where they did well, wait, I guess that was slightly different. But for Day of the Dead, they filmed in like a real mine.
Wow.
And so they would wake up
dangerous.
They would wake up at 5. Well, it's like discontinued, but like, yeah, but yeah, people got very sick after filming.
Probably because the air quality.
But they would wake up.
How miners feel.
Miners, like children, Trent. You wonder how children feel about this?
No, I just meant like miners' lungs. Given that they do it for a profession, they're like that is probably a long-term struggle for them.
Anyways, people on Day of the Dead would have to wake up at 4 a.m., go into the mine, film all day, and then get out at like 12 a.m. or something like that. Or wait, no, not 12, but like at night. Mm-hmm. And so for like 3 months, they did not see daylight. And that sounds terrible.
Yeah. I saw a time lapse recently, and it was like and it was like 6 cats in one house, which is a problem in of itself. But it was like cats over the course of the day, all like working very hard to move into like the single beam of light reflecting onto the ground, like through the window, and showing that like creatures need sunlight.
That they do.
Yes. We're really in the
weeds.
now.
Yeah.
For like where do we go from here? Well, obviously War of the Worlds, but in terms of salvaging this episode.
Well, I mean, like, it seems you didn't do. Let's go into the ratings gauntlet, I guess. Wait.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Not again.
Parth, I really wanted to go into the ratings gauntlet.
Wait, Trent.
All
Christopher Nolan. He's shooting Oppenheimer.
He's testing out a practical bomb! No! He's using no visual effects! Please! Please! Help us! We're dying! Basket! It's burning! Christopher
Nolan! Don't you want to get killed by Christopher Nolan's test atomic bomb?
Yeah.
And then you can get like this movie's dedicated to at the end.
I guess if I was immortalized through Nolan's film, yeah.
I'm sure you would take that over living out your remaining years.
Yeah, I mean, what's there left, you know?
I'm sacrificing myself so I can get a special thanks in the Barbie film. Yep.
I see. Did you see the trailer? Came out today.
I saw the little 2001 tease, but I didn't know if it extended further than that. And I know you guys feel strongly about not watching trailers, and so that
I don't mind watching trailers. Jackson doesn't like to.
Oh, okay. Then I think this won't be the first time I'm saying this, but I agree with you, and Jackson's stupid sometimes.
Oh, I'm at a point where I don't care about spoilers. The movie's the movie. I'm not going to seek them out, and for movies I care about, I'm going to try not to watch or listen to spoilers.
It
but
doesn't make sense because if you're at the movie theater, you're not going to leave the theater during the trailers.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And so sort of why avoid it?
I just feel like I don't care to put in the time or the effort to.
It would take more time and effort to avoid it.
Yeah, that's my opinion. And also, if the movie's going to be ruined by me having watched the trailer, then it wasn't a good movie.
On the movie's behalf.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, like, watching trailers, like, good or bad in terms of getting excited and prepared for a movie is, like, a fun...
Like, to me, that's part of the experience.
Yeah.
Like, I like rewatching the trailers. And, like, before a movie... Or, like, I remember, like, when Star Wars The Force Awakens was coming out, I would watch, like, all the trailers, like,
all the promotional
in
material?
order, like, of when it came out. So I'd see the teaser trailer, trailer 1, trailer 2, trailer 3.
Wow. That's, like... Thinking about how manic 14-year-old Star Wars themed Parth was is hard for me.
Yeah.
Given both of our standoffish relationship with Star Wars as it stands.
First movie I saw without parents. Or without adults.
Was Star Wars The Force Awakens?
Yeah.
Wow. Mine was Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Well, at least it was something good.
Well, I feel like my parents are either just a lot more trusting or a lot less responsible than yours.
All right.
I heard On Andor is good.
On Andor? It's just Andor.
No, I don't. I just mispronounced it the first time.
Oh. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I've heard it's really good, but I'm not shocked by it being good. It's show run by Tony Gilroy, who wrote the scripts for the original Bourne trilogy. And those are really good movies. So,
I heard an interview with Matt Damon today. I'm sure you know this because you're.
Is it the Avatar?
It's the Avatar thing.
Yeah.
That Matt Damon turned down 10% of the gross of Avatar. And who was he replaced by? What's the name of that actor?
Sam Worthington.
Yes.
At least it was someone of equal caliber.
I mean, kind of their faces kind of look like kind of a lot alike.
I mean, they're white men.
Well, that's true. I mean, Avatar persists without Matt Damon. But I was thinking, is Avatar even a bigger deal if Matt Damon is in it? I mean,
No, but I would probably like care about it more. Like I like Matt Damon, and I don't particularly care much for or against
the
Sam
Worthington
Worthington.
estate. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back on track.
Yeah. Wow.
Recommend, rewatch. I guess we kind of know the answer on rewatch. And ranking or rating. Sorry.
Would I recommend? Like, sure, but like a soft, like, yeah, rewatch. I feel like I owe it that in order to really say that I watched it, because I only just found out about how this movie ends. And is it just Tom Cruise sort of giving up? Or
No, he's dead. Did you not pick up on that?
On the train at the end.
Yes.
He dies.
I
thought he was I thought he was just sitting there. Does he die? Does he die from?
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Does he die from
He's
sustained
dead.
injuries?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx shoots him
This is literally
like multiple times. Like the lights go out, they face off, and then he shoots him.
I remember that. Oh, okay. I saw that. And I thought, because then his like cartridge falls out, and I thought they're both out of bullets.
No, and then his cartridge falls out, and he goes to put another one in, and he like, and he's wounded in battle.
Yeah, I saw that his like ear was all bloody or something.
And then you see him.
Yeah, and then I saw him
slowly go.
I just saw him slowly sit down, and then I saw Jamie Foxx and the girl who isn't gonna go on a second date with him leave the train, and I just thought, oh, Tom Cruise is just like, oh, he won. Like, he's just giving it to him.
No, he's dead. I mean, he did win, I guess, but he's dead.
I mean, kind of speaks to how thoroughly I watched this movie.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I was pretty open about the fact that this movie made me fall asleep both times I tried to watch it, and I'll spend the rest of my life trying to figure out if that's my fault or if that's Michael Mann's fault.
I'll say it's your fault, personally.
Okay, and I'm gonna give this like a 6. No, I like a 5.5 on the basis that like it's a fine enough movie, but just like not for me.
All right. Wow. Yeah, I'd recommend this. I've rewatched this.
No, I mean, I'm wrong in the way that every person who I've been like, have you seen Collateral, to try to like find some sympathizers who are like also like feel that Collateral is just fine, and everyone is like, Collateral's fucking awesome. So if I'm alone on this, I'm fine with it. I like blonde Tom Cruise.
It's the name you've chosen, and we although I think maybe we should call you Blonde Cruise.
Blonde Cruise.
Wait, let me take a screenshot actually, just for the humble podcast listeners. Wait, this is taking longer than I thought. Sorry.
You could be Jamie Foxx.
All right, I did it. All right. Yes, I would recommend this definitely. I have rewatched this many times. I think it gets better the more you rewatch it. Like an 8.
Well, know what I watched the other day that I'm fully down with saying is a better movie than this?
Trent is about to say the craziest shit you've ever heard.
You ready?
What?
Surf's Up. Have you seen that?
Fuck you. Are you kidding me? Surf's Up.
Yeah,
Surf's Up over Collateral.
I cannot describe how much
I don't know how the movie end. Wait, I was just impersonating someone else I know. That's my bad. We should quickly tell everybody where they can find us and everything.
I agree.
And then we have to tell the story.
I know. I was wondering if we'd ever circle back.
All right, go check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher. We're everywhere that you can get your podcasts, and go follow our Instagram and Twitter to get updates on when the next episodes come out. Spoiler alert, it's every Sunday.
And usually we'll have more informed opinions on the films of the week. But I was just feeling very sleepy this week, and we're lucky to have an episode at all. But should we circle back and I feel like what we're best at is talking about things that aren't the movie. So
sure.
Do you want to take on the bulk, and I'll just pepper in some details?
Sure. So as aforementioned,
I'll be the Tom Cruise and you be the Jamie Foxx. Like, this is your story, but I'll bring some conflict.
Yeah, yo homie. You'll bring the yo homies. So I was throwing a wee party at my apartment. People were coming over, and just before people were coming over, I'd seen I live in an apartment building, and my apartment building is across from another apartment building, and where my old apartment was, you could look into other people's apartments and see them. And
is that not the case anymore? Can you?
No, you can kind of, but not as it used to be. Like, you were facing them, and now it's like kind of off to the side. But anyways, we liked to people watch, and one time just before the party was happening, friends of the show, Claire and Chloe, were looking out, and they were like, "Oh my God, what is going on over there with that guy across from us?" And we look, and we see that there's this guy, and we can't tell whether he's dancing, having sex, like what's going on, but he's like going around with like a towel or something. We're like, what is happening? And then he starts fucking up his blinds, and we're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And it's either a Friday or a Saturday night, and we try to go over to the apartment, but they're closed. And then we ask our apartment, like, is there anything we can do? And they're like, no. And then he stops after a while, and we're like, all right, I guess that's it.
But when you say fucking up the blinds, like, it's hard to describe. Like, imagine them if you like intertwined and tangled a set of blinds so bad,
like really bad, like horribly bad.
It'd be like you would have to strike it with this flailing towel for like hours.
But it wasn't the towel; he was with his bare hands, like making it go into itself and stuff. Like, it was bizarre.
But seeing this the night of and the next morning, like,
well,
after the fact,
what happened was during the party he stopped, and we were like, all right,
we were able to enjoy
ourselves. And then the next morning he starts doing it again. And we're like, but now there's like all these people at my apartment that have just slept over, and we're like, oh my God.
And who are now sober and need something to be invested in.
Yeah. And so I come out of my room after we were done watching The Dark Knight or something, and I see that there's just all these people just watching this guy fuck up his blinds.
And by this point, he's like extending his arm out the very narrow opening of the window and sort of just flailing it.
And we're like,
in a way where it's like he can't do anything that crazy, but like we just see the direction that this is headed.
And we're like, this is bad. This is really bad. And we'd held off on calling the police for a long time because we were like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
But then this guy's starting to take his hands out the window, and like it looks like he's trying to do something not good. And we're like, maybe I guess have to. So I call the police. And I explain the situation to them, and then they come to my apartment. But after I call the police, we're like, oh fuck, now police are coming to my apartment, and we've just had this party. And at this time, it was pre my 21st birthday. We'll put it that way.
Yes.
And so we start a major cleanup operation, and then a bunch of people, once we're done cleaning up, are like, anyways, bye guys, and they start leaving because they're cowards. And then some people are like, we need to go on a bagel run. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then they leave, and I'm just waiting, and then we hear a knock, and the police officers are there. Police officers come in, and they're like, oh, making breakfast? And I'm really stressed out and scared. And I say, no, just on a bagel run. Don't know why I say that to them. They're like, okay. So I point out the guy in the room and everything, and they're like, all right, well, we'll go check it out. And the way my apartment is situated is such that you can see
a perfect angle
of like how they would have to enter into the apartment building. You can see the street and everything.
Yeah, we have a top-down bird's eye view of like a god's view in a film.
Yes.
And we see the police exit your building, try to go into their building, and then probably give it like 30 seconds worth of effort. Probably.
Yeah, they don't call anybody. They don't do anything. They go outside the building, tug on the door a little bit, see that it's like locked, stand there for like 10 seconds.
Which is obvious given that they would need a key card to get in.
And then go back into their car and leave.
And drive away. And
this is what we are paying our police to do.
Yeah. I wonder what the fate of that young man is. And I'm afraid
his blinds are fixed. As of this semester. All of last semester they were fucked, but
yeah, I'm sure that wasn't just a maintenance person who was paid to do it. I'm sure that they sorted out their situation and untangled the blinds themselves.
Well, I don't think they did that, but I do hope that they're better now. But yeah, seems like they're all right now. Trent is being nuzzled by friend of the show Jordan Sycophus. It's frankly suffocating.
And when you start getting nuzzled, that's when all good episodes come to an end, yeah?
Yeah, and I guess next week, just join us for part 1 of our interview with
War of the Worlds
storyboard artist Dave Lowry.
There you go. Oh, like David Lowry, the director of The Green Knight.
Yeah. And then that's going to be our second to last episode for the year.
The beginning of the end.
And we're going to have our end of year episode after that. And then it's going to be a whole new year.
What an exciting time to have a podcast.
Yes. All right. Some like truly horrifying things are happening in front of me involving Jordan and Trent. So
horrifying as in some light hugging and
guys, stop. All right. Bye.